Hello everyone, welcome to our module that is regarding Form 16 and 26 AS. So this is yet another important module which shows you these two important forms which is a backbone of filing an ITR. So let us discuss one by one about these two forms. Form 16 is it is a certificate issued by an employer and it contains the information you need to prepare and file your income tax return. So your ITR depends totally on your Form 16, which is issued by your college, your school, your university, your company, your firm, your LLP. Wherever you are working, your employer will provide you the certificate that is known as Form 16. And on the basis of that, you have to file your income tax return. So employers must issue it every year on or before 15 June of the next year, immediately after the financial year in which the tax is deducted. So if they have issued you Form 16, accordingly you have to file ITR. So if there is any refund due, you will be able to know, and if you have to pay the tax that will also be evaluated or calculated after you receive the Form 16 and fill the required details while filing an ITR. So Form 16 has two components, that is Part A and Part B. In case you lose your Form 16, you can request for a duplicate from your employer. So it will be saved in the database of your employer. So one by one we will discuss what are those two parts, that is Part A and Part B, and how it will be helpful in filing your income tax return. So this is form number 16 and it has a Part A. So you can see that there are total 6 components that are specifically marked. So how it look like, here is the TDS certificate number. So we have written a sample, and then the second point is name and address of the employer. So here your company, your organization or your institution name will be there and the address of that particular company. The third thing is name and address of the employee. So here your name and your address will come. Your name and address will appear in this particular section. So here will be employer side and this will be your side. And then there is a PAN and TAN of employer. So all these two information will be for the employer, just like the name and address of the employer. And here you will see the PAN and reference number of the employee, that is your details. So the sixth part is assessment year and the period of employment. So here will be assessment year which is taken as a sample, that is 2016 to 17, and period with employer, that is from 1st April 2015 to 31st March 2016. So this will be the assessment year and period of employment. So this is how a Part A looks like for the form number 16. And then the important factor, that is total tax deposited for the year. So here you will see the deposited in respect of the deductee, that is in this case sample it is written 24,260. So all these details will be available to you if you have received a Form 16 and Part A. Important part is, that is form number 16 Part B. Similar form we have seen in the previous module when we were taking the case studies of rebate. So all these details were available to you, your gross salary, your total deductions, the savings part. So the form looked like this. That was a computation and this is a Part B. So where you can see the gross salary, that is salary as per the provisions contained in section 17, or the value of prerequisite, and profits in lieu of salary under section. So all these details will come here in this gross salary, and then you will have your total gross salary, and you can have your balances, your deductions, that is tax on employment, professional taxes, income chargeable under the head salaries. So all these details will be there. Then you will again have a gross total income from 6 plus 7 if you have any other income reported by the employee, that can be from the house property, capital gains, or from other sources, then it will be taking as a total income from the 6th and 7th point. And then you may have different deductions under section 80C: EPF, VPF, life insurance, repayment of housing loan, NSC and 5-year bank FD, equity linked saving scheme, and then the total will be there. So all these deduction will be added, and then you may have a total income after that. So we have compiled a few important points here. That is, it will give you the detailed breakup of your salary. So what other components are included in your salary, detailed breakup of exempted allowances under section 10, and then you may have income or admissible loss from the house property reported by the employee offered for TDS. And then you may have income under the head other sources offered for TDS. It will give you a view of breakup of section 80C deductions, and then it will give you aggregate of section 80C deductions, that is gross and deductible amount, and in the end it will give you an information if is there any tax which is to be paid by you or any refund due. So part A is just giving you all these details of employee and employer and the total tax deposited for the year, but part B will give you a detailed breakup of everything, whether it is salary, exempted allowances, income from house property or other heads, other sources, how section 80C deductions are broken up, and aggregate of section 80C, if there is any tax which is to be paid by you or is there any refund. So all these details will be included in part B. And then this was about form 16, which will give you the exact details that is required to file an ITR. Now we have another form, that is 26AS. So we can see our TDS deductions in 26AS. That can be in the form of deducted by employer. It can be case when your employer has deducted, and then deducted by bank on interest. It can be any rent or commission or professional fee, or if you are into the contract or etc. So this form will give you all these details. So here you can see that name of deductor. So Hindustan Instrument Limited Employees Provident Fund. So here you can see the TAN of deductor and the total tax deducted. And here you can see that it's just an example that Tata Consultancy Services Limited, they have deducted this much amount. So from where you got some income, suppose you are acting as a resource person for any organization and they are paying you an honorarium. So suppose they have paid you 2000 and 200 they have deducted. So all these details will be available here. So why it comes here? Because you have submitted your PAN, your bank details, and they have deducted a TDS while paying to you. While paying honorarium to you, they have deducted the TDS, and you have applied for the refund of that TDS while you are filing an ITR. But how you can file, how you can put all the details, once you got all the details in form 26AS, which will give you an idea. There are some cases where your TDS has been deducted but you are not aware. But if you have submitted your PAN and your deductor has deducted the TDS, then all these deductions of TDS, that the tax you have deducted, will be appear in the traces, that is TDS Reconciliation Analysis and Correction Enabling System, form number 26AS. Now the important thing here in 26AS is any TDS deducted should appear in form 26AS. This is very necessary, or you can say that it is mandatory, that if you have any TDS deducted by any your employer or bank on interest, any rent, commission, professional fee, contract, then it should be appear in form 26AS. Only then we can claim in ITR. Otherwise, if we are just claiming that this much of amount TDS has been deducted, but its details are not appearing in the form 26AS, then we can receive the notice from department that on what basis you have filed an ITR with this much TDS amount, and when it is not appearing in your form 26 yet. So this means when you are filing your ITR, form 16 anyhow is an important factor. You have to see all the details, all the deductions, all the savings from form 16, part A and part B. But if you are dealing with TDS, then you have to see form 26 AS to know the deductions about the TDS. Only then you can put in the ITR or you can claim in the ITR. Otherwise, if you are putting on a random basis and your TDS deductions are not appearing in forms 26 AS, then you may receive the notice from department. So you have to be very careful while filing an ITR. While you have to check the 26 AS before coming into the TDS processes. So let us see that how it can be viewed. So this is a screenshot of Income Tax Department website, and here you can see there is an option that view form 26 AS tax credit. So 26 AS form can be extracted from official income tax website after you log in into your account. 26 AS form generated automatically in the end of year, and we can get the quarterly basis as well. So before you go to filing your ITR, you should have a 26 AS form so that you can see the TDS deductions, and accordingly you can put or you can claim in your ITR. We can see our PAN number, our name, addresses, financial year, assessment year. Every detail is present in form 26 AS. That includes name and PAN of the body that has deducted TDS, amount on which TDS is deducted. TDS detail, if deducted from 10 bodies, all will be available in the single form that we have seen in the previous form. That is, 2 deductors are listed here. So if you have 10 bodies that has deducted TDS, all the details will be available in the single form. You don't have to so you can say that there are no such thing that you will have a lot of 26 year forms if you have many deductors. So all these details will be present in the single form. So here how you can view your form 26 AS. So once you clicked on that, it will give you an option to fill the assessment year and how you would like to view the file, whether you would like to see in the HTML view or if you would like to download the PDF file. So we need to select the assessment year, and the form can be seen as HTML or PDF, can also be generated or downloaded, and you can save and you can see all the deductions happen to you. So this is all about form 16 and 26 AS, which is a backbone of filing an ITR. Now there is a huge buzz of Aadhaar link PAN, which is again important factor, and you have to do that. It is mandatory. So this is an website for Link Aadhaar, where you have to put your PAN, your Aadhaar number, and name as per the Aadhaar. So you can tick here that I have only year of birth in Aadhaar card, and there is a CAPTCHA code which you have to write here and then submit. Your PAN and Aadhaar number will be linked after getting the OTP. So now why it is mandatory and why it is important. So after reading this, if I feel that if anyone is having such awareness, then he or she will definitely link your PAN with Aadhaar. So after 2018 Supreme Court verdict on constitutional the validity of Aadhaar, it is mandatory to link 12-digit identification number with PAN card for filing of income tax return. Even if you are applying for a new PAN card, quoting of your Aadhaar number is compulsory. So if you don't have PAN and you are applying a fresh, then you have to quote the Aadhaar number. It is compulsory. The PAN card Aadhaar card linking last date has been extended till March 31, 2021. The previous deadline for linking PAN and Aadhaar was June 30, 2020. So for the PAN Aadhaar linking, you must ensure that the name, date of birth and gender mentioned by you are same on the both PAN and Aadhaar. So this is the basic, and now what is the important? You do not need to send the application to CPC Bengaluru if PAN is linked with Aadhaar. So once you are done with your filing of ITR, there is an acknowledgement that you have to send to CPC Bangalore. So if you have Aadhaar PAN linking done, then there is no need to post your acknowledgement to CPC Bangalore. Then they will check and then you will get the refund if there is any. If you have claimed for the refund, then you will get. E-verification can be done, which is a fast process, and if you have refund due, it will be processes in just 1 month. On e-verification, OTP is generated for the mobile number that is linked with Aadhaar. So it is necessary to have similar mobile number with PAN and Aadhaar. So your PAN details are already there, and if you have linked your PAN with Aadhaar, so if it is linked, then there must be a mobile number with Aadhaar, and accordingly OTP will be sent to your mobile phone, and then e-verification can be done. This will save your time to send the acknowledgement to CPC Bangalore, and they will check and process your ITR. So how wonderful it is when once you have Aadhaar and PAN linked, you can do the e-verification just with a few minutes. Your e-verification is done, and your refund due, if it is any, will be processed in just 1 month. You don't have to send the acknowledgement and then you have to wait so that it will be processed. So thank you so much. This is all about Form 16, Form 26 AS, and how Aadhaar linking can be done. Thank you.